Good morning. Today is April 8, 2016, here at Washington Family Church, National Cathedral. And today we're reading again the Cheon Seong Gyeong. And we're now on page 894, A Life for Salvation of Humanity. Number 19. What is religion's final objective? Of course, we know that religious believers seek personal salvation, but we go one step further and seek the salvation of the family. In order to liberate human beings living under evil sovereignty amid sin and injustice, we must first recover the family. We must find a family that, in the true sense, can represent everyone in history, in the present age and in the future. That family has to set up the standard that all families can follow. It will be the foundation upon which all humankind can rejoice together. Without this family, there can be no world peace. Even families that look good on the outside can be in shambles internally. 20. No matter how hard typhoons may blow, no matter how many mountains of trials and tribulations loom before you, if you ride on a steed of love, no one can stop you. No one will be able to block you on your path. No force can obstruct parents' love for their children. No means or methods can stop them. Nothing can stop a wife from loving her husband or a husband from loving his wife. That is what makes love supreme. No power can stop a patriot's march of love for his country. His love cannot be bought or sold. The path of a holy son or daughter who clears the way for the heavenly law to save humanity out of love cannot be blocked. 21. God established the Unification Church in order to halt the decay of this world. Therefore, the Unification Church needs to be equipped with all the necessary tools. In this secular world, people are in despair, wandering about without a purpose, facing a dreadful and dismal environment. We need to confront this reality by going the opposite way from the downward path along which humankind is hurtling. Otherwise, God's entire providence of salvation may be impeded. 22. I am working to give life to the world, to heaven and earth. While I take responsibility for heaven and earth, all of you should save your own families and clans. I urge you to save your brothers and sisters and your own mother and father. In addition, you are responsible to subjugate the archangel. Then, 5 generations from your grandparents to your grandchildren must unite and follow the true parents, taking responsibility to recover the heavenly kingdom. Together, you all are to bring the nation and everything back to God. 23. God's resolute work of salvation throughout history has been to build one world of heart throughout the vast universe. We're now on page 895. You need to consider to what extent you can be useful in the process of work of salvation. For the purpose of salvation, God needs to employ all creation as his material, including all humanity and even the billions of believers in the spirit world. Yet the question is you. When you act, how will the creation respond to you? How many people out of all humanity will respond to you? How many people among the billions of believers in the spirit world will respond? When you cry out here on earth, how far into the universe do the vibrations of your heart resonate? Your value will be determined by the measure of its response. Jesus' death resounded in heaven and throughout the entire universe. That response proved that Jesus is the Savior. He is the Savior because of his heart. 24. It should not be your focus every day to satisfy your personal desires. Rather, you need to lead a life of faith, serving others and sacrificing yourself for a higher purpose. Thereby, you should come close to the standard of Jesus' heart. He toiled so hard, concerned only for God's will and for humankind. From there, you have to progress to become God's true child and comfort him, who has been working unceasingly up to the present with a broken heart. You should feel indignant when you witness unrighteousness. With the heart of God, who want to give more and more, you need to be willing to go to the ends of the earth, to pursue his kingdom, establish it, and secure his righteousness. You should be able to comfort the heart of God, who has been toiling to save humanity in the midst of such sorrow. 25. God has been striving endlessly to save humankind through his providence. Even though we human beings are fallen, he does not abandon us. Although we fell prey to sin and evil, who is it that rescues us, lives for us, and endeavors to guide us to the land of blessing? It is not our own parents, it is not our spouse or our children. Even though they love us, it is not our nation, nor is it any of the saints and sages. It is none other than God. 26. We absolutely have to recover the original garden that has nothing to do with the fall. We need to find the original state that existed before the fall. We lost God. Therefore, we must find him. We lost the original true parents of humankind. Therefore, we must find the new true parents. We must find and occupy the garden of peace where we can live as sons and daughters with God, centered on the ideal of true parents. Since we have to accomplish these tasks, the term providence of salvation presents a fresh challenge to us. 27. God is carrying out his providence to save humankind. He cannot save the world while standing back as an idle spectator, simply observing all the pain on earth. We're now on page 896. Therefore, he engages the fallen world as if all the pain that humanity experiences is his own. He deals with humanity directly in the realm of their pain, taking responsibility for it. Without God's direct involvement, humanity cannot receive salvation. Therefore, he has been fighting alongside people on the path of their sad and tragic history. 28. We lost God, our parent. Although we were born from our natural parents, We were born unable to receive all of the parents' love, which is truly genuine, profound, elevated, and precious. We have not been able to live with him as our parent. Likewise, God is in the position of parent, lost his children. Therefore, his expectations for us were never fulfilled. He has been dealing with this situation ever since, working in the background of human affairs through the long span of history to help us. His children fulfill our purpose. This is God's providence of salvation. 29, we need to be saved. We need to heal the wounds accumulated through our historical struggles. Only then can we find life and be embraced in the bosom of God's love. Even though our families, the society, the nation, and world are opposing us, we have to overcome and move forward as heavenly soldiers. We have to assume Jesus' position, holding on only to God's will, and advance to save all people, both from the past and in the present, who dwell in the realm of death. 30. In this world, nothing can be accomplished without unwavering determination. We go to the battle to fight for righteousness. Satan's natural disposition is to want to be exalted, but we, on the contrary, must humble ourselves in order to fight him, both with our bodies and our love. We should be focused on a single target. If we shoot out like a cannonball, but our eyes and ears and hands are looking and flailing about in different directions, we are bound to miss our target. If we want to win the battle, we cannot hold back. God is prepared to make any sacrifice under any circumstances to save humankind. This is heaven's strategy. We need to vindicate God by protecting the sacrificial altar stained with the blood of our ancestors. Section 2, a life of accomplishment. Number 1, God has been searching for his sons and daughters and for the lost creations, struggling to recover the world of creation's original nature. God yearns to feel eternal joy by bequeathing this great, eternal, and sacred achievement to the owner of the ideal world. You need to know that despite his sorrow, God longs to bless us all the more. Therefore, you should be able to say to him, "We are new sons and daughters in front of the will. Please let us stand as true families and become your glorious incarnations who, as true husbands and wives with true children, can govern all creation. You have to fulfill the mission of serving the true parents by becoming true children with the right to eternal glory given by God. You need to let the true parents rest, and then, together with the true parents, all of us should let God rest. When this happens, the absolute good God can finally reign over us as our Father and over the whole world as King. The kingdom of heaven will be realized on earth. Subtopic: Revealing Providential Secrets. Number 2, Rebekah, standing in Eve's position, made it possible for her two sons, Esau and Jacob, to unite. and therefore to resurrect her family's position on God's side. Jacob restored the right of the eldest son and also restored the family that was lost in the Garden of Eden. When Jacob and Esau fought in Rebekah's womb, Rebekah prayed to God and asked, "Why are these two fighting?" God answered clearly, "Two nations are in your womb, and two peoples born of you shall be divided. The one shall be stronger than the other. The elder shall serve the younger." And this is from Genesis 25, verse 23. This means that the eldest son would descend and the second son would rise. At that point in history, however, the reclamation of the right of the eldest son still remained conceptual. Tamar faced a similar situation. When she was pregnant, her twins Perez and Zerah were fighting in her womb just before their birth. While she was in labor, one put out a hand, and the midwife took and bound on his hand a crimson thread, saying, "This came out first." But just when he drew back his hand, and out came his brother. He said, "What a breach you have made for yourself." Therefore he was named Perez. Genesis chapter 38, verse 28 to 29. In this case, Perez, still in the womb, reversed the original birth order by which he was the second son, thereby reclaiming the lost position of the eldest son and gaining the right to become an ancestor of King David. God's response to Rebekah's prayer is related to the process of restoration. For more than 4,000 years until the present day, this process has been a mystery. Only God and Satan knew the answer. Satan is the false parent. God's hope is the true parents. The true parents are the original true owners of the family desired by God in the Garden of Eden. Today, the true parents have unraveled the restoration mystery. God works through the second son in order to fulfill the history of restoration, and he even goes inside the womb to do so. God's lineage cannot be established in any other way. Number 3, Jesus came as the Messiah and with the name of the true parent, but he was killed. Therefore, he must come again. He has now come for the second time to work toward reclaiming ownership. "I came in accordance with the providential age and resolve all the essential mysteries of nature, the mysteries of God, the secret crimes hidden by Satan, and all the mysteries of history and the philosophers." We're now on page 898. All who know of this cannot deny it is true. Anyone with an education knows that no matter what your social status, if you graduated from the elementary school, you are an elementary school graduate. And if you graduated from the middle or high school, you are in a middle or high school graduate. This is a positive heavenly principle. Even if heavenly sons and daughters are born with a foundation of liberation to enter heaven, they still have to go through heaven's PhD course. Therefore, the Unification Church needs to show people how to become heaven's sons and daughters, and even high-ranking ministers in heaven's realm. This is why everyone needs to walk this path. Number 4, true parents' words are more precious than the American Constitution. There is only one set of true parents, and their time only comes once. It did not occur in the past, it will not occur in the future. True parents will have existed in substantial form only during this age. For all eternity, there will be just this one time. Therefore, true parents are openly revealing the heaven's mysteries, these previously hidden truths. Furthermore, I have already implemented these concepts to create a new reality. Until now, Satan has controlled everything, but since I have revealed the truth, all is now clear, and Satan cannot be in charge anymore. God acknowledges this fact. If we follow this teaching, our perfection is not a problem. Number 5, invisible love has the power to penetrate infinitely, and its value lies in unseen things. God's infinite love for the sake of others, is the love that is characterized by investing your life in another and then forgetting what you have invested. When you become an object to life itself, suddenly you are stimulated and resurrected in an explosive way. That's why Jesus said, "For those who want to save their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it," in Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. You need to remain at the 0 point, unattached. Act as if you are at the point of death. Throughout my life, I have been revealing the secrets of heavens, or heavenly truth, and applying them. So even though the world may shout, "Kill him," I keep going forward no matter how loud they shout. No matter how difficult, receiving persecution is God's secondary strategy to take back ownership from the oppressors. This is why I never grew tired even though I was persecuted throughout my life. I may look like an insignificant person, but I am the son whom God, the owner of heaven and earth and the truth, loves more than anyone else. Receiving persecution can be used as a tactic to take back ownership from one's enemies. Number 6, all people need to perfect themselves by passing to the realm of the principle into the realm of God's direct dominion. The fall occurred during this process. Humankind fell without knowing God's love. Only God and Satan knew about this. Adam and Eve did not know. The human ancestors fell due to their ignorance. Therefore, all human beings cannot help but face this hidden obstacle. Even the teachings of all the sacred scriptures have not been able to fully reveal this truth. The true parents who become the parents of humanity are destined to reveal it. In order to reveal the reason and logic of heaven and earth, you must clearly know how to fundamentally turn history upside down. Number 7, why does the omniscient, omnipotent God seemingly do nothing about this miserable world? The answer is that God cannot act arbitrarily, even though he has the power of exterminate fallen humankind at a single stroke. He does not punish or restrain them. The various world religions have not grasped that the existence of the fallen lineage caused the fallen world. Now finally, in the name of true parents, all the facts regarding the spirit world have been laid out in detail. The unification principle has revealed the motivation behind the fall, including both God's mysteries, and Satan's secret crimes. With this knowledge, in order to harmonize the spirit world and the physical world, which historically have been divided and in conflict, we seek to resolve and reconcile the fundamental issues of the spirit world, the physical world, and human life. Now it's already 5:33. We're ending the subtopic that we'll read tomorrow is ending the long struggle between Cain and Abel. So you have only a few seconds left. Yesterday we just celebrated the True Parents' Day, the 57th anniversary, and the 56th wedding anniversary of our true parents there. They had it on 1960. Then 1961 they had 12 or 36 couples representing the Old, New, and Completed Testament age. Then 72 couples, the 120 couples, the 430 couples in 1964, and then it went on to 777 couples and 1,275 couples, then the 6,000 couples, and in 1992 we got 30,000 couples, and my couple was there in 1995, 360,000 couples. And now it went quantum leap in 1997, where there's about not only 3.6 million couples, but it went up to not only 36 million, but 40 million couples, 1997. And now we're gunning for not only 360 million couples, but 400 million couples. You can join it by going to the family www.familyfed.org or visit any of our centers. And we are gunning, of course, for 3.6 billion couples, which will be the adult population and all people of this earth. But before we go to the spiritual world, that's our goal, to let them know about the true parents there. And my name is Athanasius Francis C.Catalan. I'm from the Philippines, but now reporting to you from Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. Thank you. Mabuhay, or Bansai in Japan. Ogmanse, meaning 10,000 years of peace and prosperity. Have a great and wonderful evening or morning to you. And have a great day, Friday. Bye-bye.